Welcome back to another episode of the Finprov podcast. I'm your host, always, Finton Brown Thunder Smith. Thank you for joining me once again for a new episode in a new week. Hope you're doing well, and as always, if you're enjoying the show and if you're enjoying the flow, if you wouldn't mind showing a little bit of love, just a little bit of support, they can be done through, it takes 1 second out of your time. Just leave a like, a comment, subscribe on the video platform. If you're listening on audio, just leave a rating and a review. I'm not asking for a 5-star if it's unwarranted. I'm asking for your honest feedback, but it helps me a ton. It gets me in the algorithms, helps grow the show, helps support it. You clearly like it. If you're here, you like it to some degree. Even if it's just for pity, you're still here. Might as well give me some crumbs, wet my beak a little bit. And make sure to, if you want to be involved in the show, make sure to hit up the home of not only the Finprov podcast, but the Finprov network, which will eventually be expanded at finprov.net. Now, peek behind the curtains, I paid a pretty penny for that domain name. Quite a lot, actually. So if you don't use it, it kind of seems like a poor business decision. But, there's a contact form there. Oh, it takes, if you like something, if you agree with something, you disagree with something, you've got a cool segment idea, you want to phone in, you want to interview, you want to be on the show, you want to get to know what the merch is, you want whatever. You just, all you got to do is you leave your name and your email, big note section, write whatever you want. Bob's your uncle. The whole point of all this is, I know I hate people that I get it, man. I hate, you watch those YouTube videos and they say something for a minute and then the next 2 minutes is just like going, make sure you hit the like and comment, subscribe, and wait till the end of the video to find out how, all that sort of shit. I hate it. I can't stand it. I always skip it, right? So I know I do this. It's not every week, but it's like, I gotta do it, but it's like, I'm just asking for your feedback. I'm not asking for anything crazy, I don't think. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for a pledge. I'm just saying, tell me what you like, what you dislike. If you're enjoying it, to write something funny. I don't care. Just tell me something. Just give me something, please. I'm asking. You're here. You clearly like something. It's what will get you to like it more. That's all I'm asking for. It's not that much, is it? Oh man, but look, I might be a bit heated coming out the gates. I apologize. Peek behind the curtains. This is about my friggin' 30th attempt at doing this. Literally everything. Oh, it's just not been a good day, hey. No, not been a good day. Tried doing the episode, then you start off, boom. Who won't shut the hell up? Oh, it's the cicadas. Oh, who are they? Oh, they're the dumbest creature of all time. Imagine spending your entire life underground, just come up, be annoying as hell for a week and die. It's just... Ah, man, I hate cicadas with such passion. Then, of course, you got old mate mowing next door. Then you got a guy banging on his boat for some reason. Don't know what... I'm not a boat guy, so I don't know what that is. Then you got the dog across the street, want to shut the hell up. Then you got these headphones, right? You wear headphones, Mr. Technology over here, right? You Mr. Professional. You wear headphones when you're doing things like this, so you get that feedback in your ear, so you can hear your volume as you're talking, and then you sort of can actually gauge. It's like you're editing on the flow because you can tell if you need to be louder, quieter, if you're making interference noise. Now, I'm an absolute fiend for it. Got the boom arm there, thinking it was going to be easier, which it is easier because it's hands-free, but the problem is I'm still friggin' hitting the thing all the time, so... once an episode, it's a tradition, you just hear that sort of boom. My apologies in that regard. But yeah, and then these things, though, all day, man, I'm not hearing myself. And then I did this, the recording before this, boom, it waits for 4 minutes, and then all of a sudden, you put my earpods in, mix it up, boom. I'm on 1 second delay. I don't know what the hell's going on. These just hearing static in my ear, but I do it without it, then the audio sounds terrible. Oh, man. Absolute, look, I'm only 4 minutes in. I don't know if you can see it, but I can certainly feel it. I'm in Sweat City. It's been a rough one. Did get to do the yard, though. That's absolutely... Honest to God, I'm at a point in my life, man, we're at the risk of sounding pretty sad. Look, the thing I look forward to the most each week is probably mowing the yard. I absolutely love this stuff. Hey, let me know. Would you pay me to do your yard? Thinking about starting a mowing business. I've worked for two, actually. I worked one with a friend of mine. It was alright. We did it for a few months. He did it for longer than that, but I sort of went on to other things. I went sort of leveled up and I worked in a shed. for 40 hours a week. Just 8 hours a day, 8 to 4 in Mossvale, just folding up camping gear. So I've been around, you know, it was really fun. And of course, yeah, it's an hour drive up and back. So really it was 7 to 5, you know, 5 days a week, just 0-degree weather, just folding camping gear in a big metal shed. And when it's not 0 degrees, it's 35 because it's a big metal shed. They get pretty hot or cold because it's a big metal shed. I mean, the jobs there included, it was for a camping place. Like, they run school camps. So you got, like, the backpackers and stuff who actually run the camp activities. The fun stuff. Then you got the other guys. Now, the other guys are in this shed, and your day-to-day roles included taking tubs and tubs and tubs, like industrial bin-sized tubs of wet camping gear and dirty, smelly camping gear that's been worn by dirty, smelly children. Then you put them in a big industrial washing machine. Then, when it's washed, you take it all out, get soaking wet, and you dump it all in the dryer. So that was one job. That was a fun job. Another job was you take all the tents. Oh, especially fun after it's been wet, and they're all wet and muddy and stinky, and again, filled with smelly children, so there's always shit just hiding in there. I mean, I did get some cool free stuff. I got like 3 pairs of sunglasses, I got a couple torches, a compass, a keychain, a little wallet thing. I mean, I got lots of things there, so I can't complain in that regard. But I can complain about having to go into the dry room. Just basically, it was like a sauna. And you're just hanging up tents. You get covered in sand and dust. You blow your nose, it just black comes out. Probably should have worn a face. Probably terrible for your lungs. You're just inhaling this dirt and dust. So that was another fun job, you know, hang them all up. You know, you could fit like 20 in there if you were clever. And then a couple hours later, you take them all down and you put more up. And you put more down. Another fun job was you got to get all the camping gear ready for the trip. So all the backpackers and stuff come up. They don't care to help because why would they help? They've had the easiest time of their life. All they got to do is chuck a couple harnesses to some kids, push them off a flying fox, and Bob's your uncle. That's their paycheck. You got to get all their gear ready, all the friggin' pots and pans and the oils and the camping gear that you've washed and you've dried and you've hung up, and you got to put that on the trucks. That was fun. Another fun job was having to drive to Sydney and back, different trucks, different utes. One time, my day consisted of 3 hours of hanging up camping gear, then 5 hours of driving. In this big Colorado, just had the campers. Someone forgot to give them friggin' helmets. Oh, come on, you're kayaking. You need helmets. I mean, come on. Just don't hit your head. It's not that hard. They're children. They'll bounce back, right? But no, I had to drive 2.5 hours through peak Sydney traffic in a car I've never driven before. But your boy's a professional, so I get there, middle of nowhere, and because it's a camping area, middle of nowhere. Dump some helmets, then come 2.5 hours back. So that was a fun day. That was fun. You'd have to drive to Sydney and back, get in cars, come back. So I've been around the bush. You know, so yeah, I leveled up from mowing. But the problem there was, I mean, I'm the master of efficiency. Peek behind the curtains. I've had like 10 jobs, and I've left every one on my own accord because I get to a point quite quickly where I feel like I can't progress anymore. I get to a level where I'm doing everything in my sleep, and once I get to a point where I don't feel like there's anywhere for me to go up, once I get to a point where I feel like I'm not being challenged and nothing's pushing me and I'm just going through the motions, there's no love for it, there's no passion, then I leave. I cannot do things just for a paycheck. Now, I wish I could. You know how much easier life would be? But I cannot do it. I can't do it. It's such a, it's my burden to bear because, like, it sucks. It definitely sucks. But, I mean, you can respect it as well, so it depends how you look at it. But at this place, it got to the point where I would do the entire week's jobs within the first 4 hours. So it would get to lunchtime on a Monday, and then everything for the week was done. That's how friggin' efficient I'd have. I would just have it where everything's done. Every single thing was done for the week. You get your gear on Monday, and that's where you're hanging and washing and rotating, and then you're getting rid of it on a Friday, you know? Then the kids camp on the weekend, and you sort of start that thing again. That was the general way it was done. On Monday by 12 o'clock, I'm done everything. It's like you're folding tarps. Oh my God. You don't need 5 people to fold a tarp. You just need one. I don't care how big they are. Humongous. Basketball-sized field. You can do it with one person if you're not an idiot. So I ended up with my own worst enemy. I did every job. We were done by Monday. Then the rest of the week was just spent sweeping the same spot on the floor. So yeah, anyway, I leveled up from mowing. And then I actually did it for another family friend. Did it for 1 day, 2 days. 10 hours a day, so I did 20 hours over 2 days. And then was never contacted again because I asked for a fair pay rate. I get we're family friends, but you gotta pay me a fair rate. It was like $20 a job. It's like, well, bro, if the job's $300, I'm not doing $20 worth of the job. I'm doing 50% of the job. I'm not asking for 50% of the pay. So I came back with $20 an hour because I think $20 a job for, 10 hours a day, right? I don't know. You do 8 jobs a day. That's $160 versus $200. And if it's a $200 job, I'm only getting 10% if I'm only getting paid $20 for a job. So it didn't make sense. So I asked for a pay rate, got paid it, then was never contacted again. So I've got the shirt still, So there's that. But yeah, so I'm thinking of maybe starting my own again, Like I said, I did it with my friend. It was fun. It was fun. Do a fair few jobs. There's so much money in mowing. You don't realize there's so much money in mowing. But, I mean, it's one of those ones. It's all cash in hand. It's majority cash in hand. And I actually have a bank where they don't have any physical branches. At least not anywhere near me. So, cash, kind of useless because I can't actually put it into the bank. But that was a fun job. So yeah, anyway, circle back. And let me know if you'd pay me to do your lawn. I'm great with the mower, great with the whippersnipper. Could certainly learn hedging and all those things if you need. I can. I'm a hot piece of ass. I can be some eye candy for the job if you want that. I could dress, in my suit if you want that. If you want some class, look, it's really up to you. My balls are in your court. Let me hit up the contact form. Anyway, something else I did in the weekend. Well, yeah, something I did in the weekend. Right, I went to a party. Now, me at parties. Look, full disclosure, I'm up there with the worst people to invite. Now, not because I'm angry or I'm rude or I'm unlikable or I'm unfun. My problem is I'm very judgmental. It's a strength and a weakness because before I've even heard you talk, I've assessed you. It's great because you're, and I'm very accurate. Of course, it's not a perfect science, so you're gonna have some mishaps there. But you're not wasting your time with people that you don't think, look, we're not going to get along. You're a bit of a douchebag. I don't need what you're selling. You know what I mean? So you cut off that. But of course, the flip side of that is you're going to miss some, and then you could have had a friend, you could have had a relationship, but you judge them too early, right? You judge a book by its cover. But I don't do it by looks. I don't judge it by that cover. I assess their speech pattern, their demeanor, how they carry themselves, their look, in terms of fit, in terms of face, in terms of eyes. Do they have a trustworthy face? Do I like their smile? When I hear them, do I like what they're saying? Do I like their speech pattern? I mean, I assess everything. I genuinely might be autistic. I think I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was younger, but they never put me on. Doctors wanted to put me on medication, but then they didn't. I mean, apparently they say it's my family keeps trying to tell me it's a fever dream, but I'm pretty sure when I was younger they thought I had cancer, right? They misdiagnosed me, the hospital. So for like a full year. Now, again, I was only a little kid, so maybe not a year, but for at least a couple months, I was getting weekly blood tests, right? And I know that because I'd get a sticker every time. Because I was a kid, a sticker and a snake, right? I had a door, my childhood door was covered in stickers. Covered. Imagine a door, tiny little stickers, right? At least half the door covered. Now, every time I bring it up, they act like it's a freaking fever dream. No one can remember this, apparently. So maybe it was a very vivid dream. But I'm pretty sure it happened. Another vivid dream I had, fair few tangents on this one. Just the other night, actually, I had this dream, right? Very strange. I was on a bus, right? I was on a bus with my girlfriend. Now, I'm a big Conor McGregor fan, right? Now, I know he's done some not so cool things, but I'm a big fan. I mean, I started following him 2014. 2014, actually, when he fought Dustin for the first time, if you're familiar with his career, whatever, he's fought him twice since not gone too well. But that was in his rise, right? That was when he was just coming up. He was really gaining momentum. I fell in love, It was just everything about him. That Irish in me. I'm 50% Irish, for God's sakes. That green was rising to the top, So I felt it on a cultural level, so we're not the same, right? Anyway, he was in the dream. So him and his wife were sitting, 3 seats in front of me, right? In front of me was a woman and a man, right? A couple. And in front of them was their friend, right? And McGregor, Richie Rich, they're sort of flashing their card a little willy-nilly. Now, the people in front of us, right? The people in front of me in my dream were getting his details. They were getting the card details, and they were getting all the information because he was being a bit careless with it. Now I'm still sitting there, and got to the point where they just needed the address. They just needed his address, and then boom, they had everything, all the information they'd got, and they're going to scam the poor bastard. Now I went up, right, to snatch, they were writing a piece of paper, and I went up to snatch the piece of paper out of their hand, right? But in the dream, my girlfriend was holding my hands. She was holding both of my arms too tight, so when I went to grab it, I couldn't physically. So now I'm just sort of standing there, not able to actually grab. Am I sounding insane? I'm not able to grab the piece of paper. Then we sort of get off at the next stop because I'm like, geez Louise, I might be getting killed. For whatever reason, McGregor, his wife, paid no mind to me, so thank you very much. My image of you has dropped a little bit because he didn't defend me, right? So I get out, and then they get off too, of course. Yeah. Then now I'm surrounded by about 10 people. Everyone's just peering out of nowhere. They're saying I shouldn't do that. They're saying, I'm saying, what the hell are you doing? Then they're telling me, you better go home now, son. You better go home. But he was holding my hands too. I was like, what? You got to let go of my hands, you moron. How am I meant to go? I was just about to start getting my shit rocked. And then I woke up. So that was a fun dream. But I was a bloody gentleman in the dream. My girlfriend was going to come. She was going to come into the circle. And I told her no. So she woke me up because I was telling her, I was sleep talking, saying, no, stop. You go. She didn't know where I went to go. So, yeah, I guess I'm a gentleman. Anyway. I might call this episode Fever Dream because there's... boy, oh boy. Imagine listening to this. Anyway, I'm not the best at parties, right? There's a few things I don't like about parties. I don't like loud noises. I don't like big crowds. I don't like being around people that I don't care about. I don't particularly like drinking. It's not like I'm a non-drinker, but I'm not a big drinker. There's got to be a special occasion for me to be a big drinker. And I don't like smoke. I don't like smoking or vaping. I think you look like a moron. Now, each to their own. You can do whatever you want, but I can also think you're a bit grubby. And now there were some heavy smokers there, man. Bro, these guys are like 20 years old and they're chuffing down six in the night. What the hell's wrong with you? Your lungs gonna look like tar when you're 25. What's wrong with you? You're nasty, right? Then you got and you just got people that are just loud and just, I think I'm a good actor. Something I want to go down to, but a little bit too scared, right? Something in the acting path, you got to pretend to be things. And I think I can pretend to be lots of things. One thing I cannot pretend is I can't fake laugh. If I do not find something funny, I cannot fake it for the life of me. I cannot fake it. You say something funny when I introduce myself, I'm not going to laugh. I don't care who you are. You could be my boss, you could be the queen, you could be my mother. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to laugh. If I don't think it's funny, the best you'll get out of me is like, I can't be one of those like, oh yeah. Or if I do it, it's not subtle. It's not subtle. So that you get full of those characters at parties, right? Especially when I don't really know anyone. Now, another thing I really hate about parties is beer pong. Beer pong is the worst game of all time. It takes so long. It's full of so many misses. You're wasting your own drinks. People are disgusting. People put the ball in their mouth on the floor, put it in a cup, think that's going to change anything. Oh, well, the cup's now filled with hair and slobber and everything. How the hell are you cleaning? You're not. Oh, then you get a funny guy. Oh, look at in my cup. I'm going to put a couple of cigarette butts in there. Oh, I'll drink it. No, I'll definitely drink it. Oh, come on, man. Don't get it in that one. Oh, you got it in that one. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, yeah, look, I'll take a sip. No, I'm not going to eat the whole thing. But he said he would. No, oh, I did it. Oh, fuck, bro. Madman, you ate a cigarette. I bet your mum is a very proud lady. Beer pong sucks. The way I would play beer pong, right? I was thinking, what's your beer pong game? What's your beer pong game? When my girlfriend got dragged into it, I was like, geez Louise, don't get dragged into this nonsense, right? 35 minutes. 35 minutes. All you're sinking is what, 10 cups? Because it's what, 4, 3, 2, 1? 35 minutes. of just watching people miss. And then I don't understand, like, what the hell is wrong with people? You got people every time, whoa, oh, it was a close one, or whoa, oh, throw it over the shoulder, whoa, throw it with the left, whoa, throw it with your eyes shut, whoa, you know, who gives a shit? Oh, but then again, I get it now. It's fun because you're getting a ball in a cup with alcohol. It's the worst drinking game of all time. I do not comprehend why it's like the big one, right? Because I suppose the argument is that anyone can play, but anyone can play any game, you moron. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? Now, the fun version, the way I would play beer pong, right? Here's my little invention, right? 5-minute limit. You put a timer, like a cooking timer, in the middle of the field, right? Middle of the table. Set it for 5 minutes. You've got 5 minutes to sink your cups now. At the end of 5 minutes, whatever is left unsunk, that's what you drink. Is that not more fun? You'll drink more, so you'll get drunk quicker. You're wasting way less time. Look, it took 35 minutes on the weekend for one game. By this logic, you're fitting 7 games in. Even if you take 5 minutes into all the changing of everything, that's still 6 games. Even if it's 5 games. As long as it's 2 games, there's more than 1 game. You're telling me that's not fun? You could have a 4-round robin then. You could have the one team in. Like, winner stays on, loser goes. Like, you know, whoever has the least cups. You can even do it, whoever has the least cups has to drink both teams' cups. Do you know what I mean? Is that not a better version? I don't know. What would I know, you know? But man, I've always been bad at parties. Even, you know, I haven't had my own party since I was 12, right? Even at my 12th birthday party, I actually left my own party. I was a real fiend for it when I'm younger. Now I always want to do it, but I understand it's not the best look, right? But I just have a very short fuse with people. I have a very short fuse. Not like I'm angry or whatever, but I can only put on a facade that I'm interested for so long. And then again, I can't fake that I'm interested, right? So, my 12th birthday, invited a fair few people, 15 people. So for me, that's a lot of people, right? And we're playing water fights and water balloons, as you do, just boys being boys. And look, a couple of them were being little rat bags. They're being little rat bags. I'm trying to do a big hunt stuff. They're playing, oh, look, it's my penis. It's my wee-wee. No, it's not. It's just a water balloon. I never really got into that humor, right? So, if you had made it some bazookas, maybe I'd be interested. Oh. Right. So I left. I left. I didn't. It's not like I told anyone either. I just sort of walked down the hill, across the creek, through the BMX track, up the bike path to the playground, and I sort of sat there for like 20 minutes, and then eventually people came and found me. I used to do it all the time. Man, I was a bit of an asshole. Oh man, so I was sort of thinking the other day. I think I've transitioned from. I think I was semi-cool. I think my sort of reputation was I was semi-cool. I was never like the cool guy, or whatever. I think I was interesting, or I was quiet but funny if you knew me. I think I had to I was semi-cool. Now, I was thinking about the other day, as I was feeding some random horses that we found. I think I've turned into the guy that you go, he's a bit weird, no? It was really hitting me at the party. Because then everyone's looking at me like I'm the weirdo. Because I'm just sort of sitting there, just happy. I was just with my girlfriend. And then even when she was doing that, I was just sort of sitting there, happy in my own world. Dominating the finger food. That's what I'm known for parties. Dominating the finger. At my friend's 18th. Never met his whole family before, but by the end of the night, I was known as the dump truck. Because the amount of leftovers I ate. I've got bloody Aunt Cheryl and Uncle Rick giving me some Mongolian lamb and some fried rice. Never met them before, but they're going, go on, son. You look hungry. I threw up that night, but it was so bloody worth it because I earned some respect. Right, but so I think that's my reputation has changed, I think. That's okay. What are you going to do? Look, a new segment idea. I was thinking, and again, that's why I want people to get in touch with the show. If you give me some feedback, it'll help me from meandering and just going on these rambles. Because peek behind the curtains, that's one of the trickiest things of doing this. when you're starting something like this, your base point of growth is through your connections. Now, I don't really have any connections, so that's already sort of off the table. Your other one is by finding a niche that everyone's into. You just find something popular that everyone talks about. But I hate what everyone talks about. The whole angle of this is to be different, to sort of have something where it's not topical, it's not based on things everyone's saying. It's kind of my own thoughts and stuff, which again really is looking for the 1%. So I think I have a lot of self-sabotaging streak inside of me. I really make everything more difficult for myself than it has to be. The problem with that is I'm so self-aware. I understand exactly what I'm doing, but yet I still do it. So you get in touch with me. You can give me segment ideas. You can give me games to play with the crowd, I can't do a call up if no one else can call up, God, there's a bit of a rant. Anyway, I was thinking as I was mowing, actually, a really fun thing in school. Did your schools ever do D.E.A.R time? Or an iteration of D.E.A.R, which of course stands for drop everything and read. Now that was when you'd have, 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes, even half an hour, however long, a little section of the day where I guess the teachers went, it's filler. They went, I've got nothing here. I want to go and play on my phone for a little bit. I want to wander outside, have a cigarette, and come back in a little refreshed. Now, when the kids go, you smell a bit funny, just go, it's a new perfume. Don't talk to a woman like that. One time at school, I got spanked by, a girl in my year kindergarten. It was a close friend for a long time. We grew apart, and lots of reasons there, but I guess the sort of trauma from when we were 5 years old, when I guess you could say I was assaulted. I was harassed. Went to the boys' bathroom. She waited for me outside. Come outside, and she spanked me. I was shocked. I was 5 years old. I just got spanked. I just got spanked by a girl outside the toilet. And of course, little me, I was absolutely in shock. So of course I went up, told the teacher. Not to get them in trouble, I was just shocked. I needed some counselling. I didn't know how to feel. And what happened? I got put in detention. Not detention. I got put in the naughty corner. I was the victim. My tushies never felt the same. Maybe that's why I grew it so big. I got put in, so I just cried and cried and cried. So D.E.A.R, right? Again, drop everything and read. So, I guess I just thought, why not do it? Why not D.E.A.R it? So, you probably don't know, but I'm a big Batman fan. I'm a big fan of the Batman comics, right? Especially a couple of years ago, I went through Real Face. Now I got a whole bunch. It's kind of the only books I have. I have the Hamish and Andy Power Moves book. That's good. I have a Steve Irwin fun interactive activity book. That's also fun. And I've got a lot of comics, right? I thought, why not, first ever, test the waters. If you're not familiar with the Batman universe, you might have just heard a thud. That thud was my healthy fruit. Let me just get up and get it. Walk. Professional podcast. That was an apple. But the apple wasn't what I was talking about. I was talking about The Killing Joke. The Killing Joke, if you're unfamiliar with the Batman universe, it's the most famous by far. And it's the most famous by far. Personally, it's not my personal favourite. I'm sort of a long Halloween kind of guy. That's a great one. That's a good turns, right? Anyway, The Killing Joke. It's the most famous because, of course, Batman's arch nemesis, his greatest rival, his greatest adversary, is the Joker. And even though the Joker's been around since 1940s, you've never had an origin story. Then The Killing Joke came along. Now, I think The Killing Joke came around in the 90s. Maybe early 2000s, I don't know. Don't fact check me on that. But anyway, it's a good read. It's your first and only time you ever really get a glimpse into his origin story. Now, it's kind of left up in the air whether, it's officially what it is, officially not. But then Jack Nicholson's, he fell in that, yeah. I don't know, maybe, yeah. I'm blurring all the details, but anyway, that's why it's famous, because it's sort of his origin story. It's like the first time you really get to see his origin story. And I thought, bit of fun. You can read along with me, You've made it this far, let's just relax a little bit. Grab out a healthy snack. I've gone with an apple, as they say, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You know what? Peek behind the curtains. I already did this. And I did it with some voices that just didn't work. And I ate a banana and a cranberry juice. And I just wasn't that jazzed. That's how much I care about this podcast. I just didn't think it was good enough. I'll let you in. I tried doing the accents. Wasn't hitting it. I'm a big fan of roleplay. But it just wasn't hitting, right? I had a banana. It was yummy. But I put on a southern twang. And the southern twang was kind of funny and also kind of hard to listen to. So anyway, let's get to it. Take a bite. Bit of ASMR for you. Hope that gets your rocks off. All right. Another fun fact, my camera is flashing that we're going to be out of battery soon. And also, full disclosure, warning, sound warning. Hopefully the pages flicking isn't unbearably loud. All right, let's set the scene. It's a dark and stormy setting. We have Batman parking his Batmobile and entering through the gates of Arkham Asylum. If you're unfamiliar, Arkham Asylum is the prison, the insane asylum, home to Gotham's most notorious criminals. He's entering the gates. Then you see a concerned look on Commissioner Gordon's face. He hands his cup of coffee to an even more concerned prison officer. Then we got Batman storming past the receptionist. Commissioner Gordon's in chase. We see him pass Harvey Dent. Ooh, Two-Face. So you know, Two-Face. That's what I call. That's what I call a lot of you bitches. Yeah, I get comedy. He passes. Oh, but Commissioner Gordon might be concerned, but this security guard's not. Name unknown cell. He gives Batman the old, how you doing? Hands him the keys. He's in the cell. You see Batman standing over a figure with white gloves playing a game of solitaire. You see the Joker card is up. You know it's the Joker. Narrator voice. There were these two guys. Terrible. All right. There were these two guys. No, terrible. Live workshop. There were these two guys in a lunatic asylum. I'll live with it. No. Batman. Batman is talking to Joker. Hello. I came to talk. I've been thinking lately about you and me. About what's going to happen to us in the end. We're going to kill each other, aren't we? Perhaps you'll kill me. Perhaps I'll kill you. Perhaps sooner. Perhaps later. I just wanted to know that I'd make a genuine attempt to talk things over and avert that outcome. Just once. Are you listening to me? It's life and death that I'm discussing here. Maybe my death. Maybe yours. I don't fully understand why ours should be such a fatal relationship. But I don't want your murder on my hands. Turn the page. This is the Joker now. Hey, wait a minute. Don't you touch me. You're not allowed to touch me. Batman. Where is he? His makeup's come up. We know. It's not the real Joker. Do you realize what you've set free? Where is he? Get him off of me! Commissioner Gordon. Dear God, he's going berserk. Open that door, man. Okay, that's enough. You know the laws regarding mistreatment of inmates as well as I do. If you harm one hair in his head, Commissioner, if you're concerned about it, it's yours. Take care of it. Now, you whimpering little smear of slime, I'm going to ask you politely, just one more time. Where is he? Change of sceneries. So if you haven't cottoned it on yet, that was Batman interrogating a fake Joker, meaning the real Joker's out, and we're getting a glimpse now. He's at an abandoned music park with a carny. This is a carny. There you are. Have you had a chance to inspect the property and decide if it's what you were looking for? This is the Joker. Well, it's garish, ugly, and derelict. Repeat. Workshopping life. Well, it's garish, ugly, and derelicts have used it for a toilet. The rides are dilapidated to the point of being lethal and could easily maim or kill innocent children. Oh, so you don't like it? Don't like it? I'm crazy for it. You really want to buy it? And the price I mentioned, it isn't too steep? Too steep. My dish, sorry, as I look at it, I'm making a killing. And anyway, money really isn't a problem. Not these days. Turn the page. Ooh, black and white. We'll end it on this chapter, right? You've got, you don't know it until you read, but this lets you in is actually the first glimpse at the Joker as a man before he turned to a life of crime with his pregnant wife. This is his wife speaking. Well, how did it go? Did they like your act? Joker. Well, they said they might call me. I don't know. I got nervous and I messed up a punchline. Oh. What do you mean, oh? I didn't mean anything. Yes, you did. The way you said it. Oh, like that. Jesus, all I said was, you said, oh, as in, oh, you didn't get the job. As in, oh, so how are we going to feed the baby? You think I'm not worried about that? You think I don't care? That is all a big joke to me or something? Jeez, I have to go. I have to go and stand up there and nobody laughs. And you think I... is this a live inside of the podcast? Anyway, sorry, back in the character. Oh God. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh baby. I don't mean to take it out on you. You're suffering. You're suffering enough. You're being married to a loser. Honey, it's true. I can't support you. Oh God, Jeannie, what are we gonna do? It'll be okay. Junior won't be here for another 3 months, and I think Mrs. Burkes will let the rent go a little longer. She feels sorry for me. She hates me. She comes out into the hallway to scold at me every time I go upstairs. His house stinks of cat litter and old people. I've got to get you out of here before the baby comes. I just want enough money to get set up in a decent neighborhood. There are girls on the street who earn right in a weekend without having to tell a single joke. Honey, don't worry about any of it. I still love you, Job or no job, you're still good in the sack, and you know how to make me laugh. Aww. Then we've juxtaposed to the Joker staring at a laughing clown machine, looking a little bit upset. Wow. Bit of live workshop in the characters. There's a bit of work in there. I think there's something there, We got healthy and we learnt a little bit. What more can you want from your favourite comedy podcast? Anyway, on that note, I think that about wraps up today's episode of the Finprov podcast. If you've made it this far, thank you. If you've made it far at all, thank you. All I ask is you leave some comments. Leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, rate, review, get in touch with the show via finprov.net, the home of the Finprov podcast, Finprov network. Let me know. Do you want to read another book? Do you want me to eat another snack? What do you want? Let me know. And make sure you have a good day and a better week. Take care. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.